Hi, brave parents. Do you have a daughter who has been kicked out of her friend group, or you're noticing that she's being left out of the friend group? I want to share some tips that I'm using right now with one of my coaching clients who has really found herself in a really hurtful experience. I'm sure some of us have had this happen when we were younger, and you know how much it hurts. But when it's your own child going through this, it can really feel difficult. It may be triggering. Here are some things that we need to do. We first want to make sure that we're making home a safe place for your daughter to share and express what's going on. The most important thing is not to let your daughter see how upset this makes you. Don't let yourself get triggered. Don't threaten to call the parents of the girls that are in the group. That does not help the situation, and that's going to shut your daughter down in sharing what's going on. That's so important. Be very sympathetic and validating to what your daughter's experiencing. Do a lot more listening than talking. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure she's doing some things to take care of herself. What are some of the self-care things she can do to help take care of what's going on? Allow her time to grieve, but then also start to help her in looking at how to reach out and reconnect. You're going to have to do a lot in building up her self-esteem, reassuring her that she's a person worthy of love, that she brings many wonderful traits and qualities to friendships. Look for places where your daughter can get connected. It may be a place outside of school. Maybe there's something that you're involved in, a church, there's a community organization that maybe you and your daughter can volunteer at. Look for a place that is going to have kids her age, but then also positive adult role models. Doing things together in those settings can help her feel a little bit more comfortable and willing to start stretching out. The next thing that you want to do is look for people that she's met, but that she didn't really have a one-on-one relationship with. Trying to encourage her to reach out to those people and get connected to them can really be helpful, especially if they're just people who are kind of on the periphery of the group that she's been excluded from, not people that are directly involved in that group. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that she is not following the group or the friends on social media, because it's going to be very triggering for her, and it's going to be a reminder of the pain she's experienced. They may be sharing parts of what's gone on in the relationship that are maybe only one-sided, and we don't want your daughter to respond or react because it just keeps that cycle going on social media. So make sure that your daughter unfollows so that she can keep herself safe and not be re-traumatized by what's happened. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure there's time spent doing healthy things. That might be doing exercise together, going on walks, having her maybe help come up with like healthy meals to eat together as a family. Different things that she can do that may bring out her strengths or showcase how she has some control in some aspects of her life. One thing that I know is so important, if you really notice that your daughter is struggling with the loss of these friendships and it's impacting other areas of her life, maybe it's impacting her schoolwork, talking to her about reaching out to the school counselor or reaching out to the teacher can really be helpful so that they're aware and can help support her. If you're concerned about bullying, if people are targeting your daughter, reaching out or sending other hurtful texts, blocking those people, screenshotting what's been shared, and if you need letting the school know or reaching out to police, looking at what you need to do to protect your daughter. But the most important thing that you can do as a parent is setting a lot of love and time together, time to listen, not talking negatively about those friends, but validating the hurt that your daughter has experienced, and then looking for ways to build her up, to reconnect her to healthy people that are out in the world. With one of the friends that I'm working with, we're looking at how to reframe what's happening. And one of the things that she's come up with, this message that she's received from people that they've treated her unkindly, and she's looking at that as Thank you for this message. So I know not to waste my time on people who aren't kind anymore. And she's looking at how she can take her positive energy and put that into looking for people that are healthy and kind. Sweet friend, if this has happened to you, if you're feeling like maybe you're being left behind, you're feeling that fear of missing out, or the group just doesn't respond to your texts anymore, I want you to look for ways that you can get connected to other people. If there is a group that you can get involved in, I want you to stretch yourself in going 3 times before you decide you no longer want to be involved. So that may be signing up for a drama club or some sort of voice lessons, something like that. Go 3 times, and each time I want you to challenge yourself to meet 3 new people. I know that may be depending on the numbers. Reconnect with the people that you met the previous week. Make sure that you say hi, check in with them, and ask how they're doing. But do that 3 times. Friendships aren't formed all at once, but how they are formed is when we connect and spend time with other people in person. So look for where you can do that. I hope that this helps, brave parent, because I know it can be tough. It is heart-wrenching when our kids are really experiencing pain and hurt. If you need help or support, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you in any way. Take care of yourself. Take care of your daughter. Make home a sweet place for the both of you to connect, feel supported and rejuvenated, and that it's a haven. And I hope that these tips help. Take care, sweet friends.